So, what are choices? Choices are completely scary. We are given this chance of everything and given all these choices of where to go and who you want to be and how you're going to get there. And choices are just a lot to take in. So, how many choices can we handle? Or not just we, but our brain. How many choices can our brain handle that it doesn't overload and doesn't go completely nuts about how many choices we're given? So for a classic experiment in the 1950s, explains that we, or our brains, can handle a magic number of 7 plus or minus 2 choices. And as a memory test, they test a group of people to remember different sets of numbers, letters, or words. And on average, people could hold 7 digits, 2 more or less, in working memory, as in random digits, not stored memory. But with practice, people could really get the hang of it. Now recently, as a Harvard experiment by a professor, he got a group of people to remember a number. They gave them individually a card with a number to remember by memory. Then we're supposed to walk down the hallway to the next room, tell the person there the number, and that's all. But here's the trick. Some people actually got 2-digit numbers, while others got 7-digit numbers. And so as they were remembering their numbers and walking down the hallway, they were stopped by a lady who gave them the option of having cake or fruit as a gesture of kindness for being part of the experiment. Now, the person who's remembering this number was not told about this trick. This is the thing to make you work in your brain, to make you think about your choices. So, the final result of the experiment, people who had 2-digit numbers chose the fruit, which about 50% or more people did, while people who had 7-digit numbers chose the cake instead, and they were twice as likely to have the cake over the fruit. But how can we explain this? How is this happening? Like, why? So in the brain, this is the theory, that the brain, there's 2 systems of rational and emotional sections. These 2 guide our behaviors, like the angels on our shoulders, where there's the devil and the angel. So when you are given a choice between cake and fruit, the rational side tells the brain to have fruit because the consequences of the cake of being unhealthy, you'll gain weight, it's going to make you have a sugar rush. But the emotional side says that you want to have the cake because you love cake. Cake's good. Cake tastes amazing. But when the rational section was given the task of the 7 numbers to remember, it got distracted with remembering the numbers as well as telling your brain what you want. And because it's so distracted, it can't fight the emotional section of the brain. That's why people who had 7 numbers chose the cake instead of the healthy fruit. And this is how easily emotion trumps over reason in your brain, just with the simple 7 numbers. The end.